and I would like to thank you for coming. My name is Jennifer Findley, and I'm a Legal Assistant Studies major at VSU. What I would like to do today is to persuade you to look further into the causes of juvenile crimes. Through my extensive research, I've come to the conclusion you are a direct product of your environment. When youth is sentenced to detention centers, they're more likely to offend again, both in their youth and their adulthood. When they go to jail, they're going to meet other inmates, and those other inmates are going to teach them things that they didn't necessarily know before they went to jail, and that's going to make them commit more crimes. Also, they may join a gang while they're in jail just for protection. Jails are really hard, especially if you're a 10-year-old and you're in there with 17-year-olds. It could be quite intimidating. You might also develop long-term friendships with people that you've met in there, and then you would be out and committing crimes with people that you were ultimately in jail with earlier. And I just don't feel like jail is the right choice to send youth, especially on their first offense. They're 13% less likely to graduate, which means they're not going to have a good job. And they're more likely to offend when you don't have a good job and you have nothing going for you. Whenever we look into juvenile crimes, we also need to look into the fact that children are highly influential. That means, they're influenced by their home life. They're exposed to violence and drugs on a regular basis. They're going to think it's okay, and that's going to in turn let them do violent crimes and do drugs and think it's okay. Most juvenile crimes are committed in groups. They're young, they're trying to impress their friends, look cool, and they're doing stuff they wouldn't typically do if they were by themselves. What we need to get is programs to rehabilitate our youth. If we had someone to mentor them, get them involved in community activities, and if we had someone that could serve as a parental figure. Now, all of them have great family lives, and that's a leading cause of juveniles committing the crimes. You also need a peer that could also serve as a mentor, someone that's heading in the right direction and that can bring you along with them. It's going to influence you to be a better person, and that's exactly what our youth need. We need to get them involved in community activities where they're out doing things to get them off the streets. Most crimes are committed between 3 and 11 for youth. That's when they get out of school. They need to be involved in activities that's going to keep them, football, baseball, cheerleading, something to keep them off the streets. In conclusion, I would like to say, it's not the child's fault. They're 10 to 17. They're still being influenced. They are a direct product of their environment that they were raised in. So we need to get some programs out there to help rehabilitate them, get them going in the right direction. Some causes might be to take them from their home and put them in a group home, or somebody to help mentor them along the way, or give them in counseling. Some people just act out for attention because they're not getting the attention at home. I hope I persuaded you to look further into the causes of juvenile crimes. After all, it may be a cry for help. Thank you for listening.